really lazy, vegan mac and cheese recipes for one, and cheap as well. Hello guys, I'm sorry, I just had to read my title because I was trying to film it for like too many times and it just didn't come out of my mouth, and I read it, so welcome on the video. It is nighttime, and as you can see, I'm ready to eat, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm getting like hangry. And I thought it's the perfect timing to film a video because that doesn't take any time at all. Anyways, so I thought I'm gonna share some mac and cheese love with you guys. I know mac and cheese is not really a vegan recipe, but I'm gonna prove that you can make vegan mac and cheese simple, cheap, delicious and quick, and most of all, it just tastes amazing. So I'm gonna share those recipes with you guys. Why 2 and not 3, you ask? Well, I'm lazy. Okay, now without further ado, let's get right into the video. So let's start with number 1, which is the more nutritious one. I absolutely love this recipe because it's quick. It doesn't take a long time, tops 15 minutes if you can multitask. And the only thing you have to do when it comes to the stuff that take more time is cutting vegetables and peeling vegetables. So I have potatoes, a small carrot, as well as half an onion that you have to cut. And if you cut it smaller, it will be boiled quicker. So that's just a little tip from my side. The ingredient list as well as the recipe will be in the description down below, so don't worry if you miss a step or you're trying to like write while I make this video. Don't worry, it's there. This video is just to show you how easy it is and how I basically do it if you seek some inspiration in your cooking. And while the cashew nuts as well as the vegetables are cooking or boiling, I make the seasoning for the sauce, which includes 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of mustard, a teaspoon of salt, as well as paprika powder. I prefer a less spicy one, but you do you. And I also use 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon. You can also use the packaged one if you prefer that. Now boil the pasta according to the instructions and put the cooked vegetables through a sieve and catch the fluids. That is very important because you need it for the sauce later. Also drain the cashews, we don't need the fluids. Remember, if you don't want to boil cashews, just let them soak 2 or 3 hours before you do the recipe, but I'm just lazy, so I just cook them for 10 minutes. And depending on which blender you use, it really doesn't matter. I just want to show you that there are multiple options, but I just like the one I'm using right here. And yeah, you blend all the ingredients together, the seasoning, the cashew nuts, the vegetables, and you put a bit of the vegetable fluid into the sauce. Remember, the more fluids you put in, the less thick your sauce will be. It's just preference. Now combine the pasta and the sauce and you got a mac and cheese. Simple as that. I'll garnish it later on after I showed you the second recipe. Oh, and as a last step, I put the mac and cheese into a more beautiful form to eat out of it later. And let's move on to the less nutritious one. This recipe is even more simple and straightforward as the recipe I showed you earlier. You just put a bit of olive oil into a pan at medium heat. You add 3 tablespoons of flour and a bit of soy sauce. The soy sauce or the plant milk you use, it's the same as before. The more fluids you put in, the less thick your sauce will be. It's preference, it's all up to you. And after that, add the nutritional yeast. I use 5 tablespoons this time, more soy sauce, and all the other seasonings, which are garlic powder, paprika powder, salt and pepper. You can use a whole garlic, as I did before, a clove, and cut it small and put it in. But if you want to have it simple, just use some garlic powder. Now look at how cheesy that is. By the way, little inspirational tip: if you like nachos, maybe those are your new cheese sauces that are healthier and less calorie dense than dairy cheese is. And voila, after combining the pasta with the cheese sauce again, we have this beautiful looking mac and cheese. And for garnishing, I use a spring onion. What would really fit into this recipe, but I didn't have it in hand, would be cherry tomatoes as well. If you have some, just throw them on top as well, and you got a beautiful, delicious looking and delicious mac and cheese. Okay, so the time has come for me to taste test, and I'm going to start with the less healthier version. Let's see. Just get some on my fork. It's actually really creamy. I wouldn't say cheesy, but like really heavy and creamy. So I really like it. But let's move on to my favorite. I already did this before. I tried it today, so I know this recipe and I know it's delicious. But so we'll see. I will like this turn. That's a winner. It's cheesy, it's creamy, it's delicious, it's healthy, I just love it. Okay, I'm gonna go and eat this right now because I don't want it to get cold, although it tastes good cold as well. Anyways, if you like those recipes, and if you are eager to try them out yourself, or if you just enjoyed watching me cook, give this video a thumbs up. It would really be appreciated. And for future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Those are the topics I usually talk about or show you stuff about. So if you're interested in any of those, please don't forget to subscribe. And till next time, I hope you have a nice day whenever you see this and wherever you are. Take care. Bye bye.
Seven hours driving on the highway, far away, far away, far away. Every moment I was spending on regrets was such a waste, such a waste, such a waste.